Thanks very much for that, Tim. We have some horses just jogging along lightly, doing some morning training. And now we're joined by Scott Sinclair from Northlands. What we really want to do right off the bat is break down horse racing for people who've never been here, who don't know a lot about it. So first off, what are the 4 kinds of races?
Sure, the 4 types of races are, we have maiden races, and that's for the baby horses or horses yet to win. Then there's claimers, which means as long as you have a trainer's license, you can go in and train any or claim any horse in the race.
And claiming means keep afterwards, correct?
Right, you can come in, buy that horse, and that's your horse after the race.
Wow.
Then there's allowance racing, and of course the most prestigious races are the stakes races, which is highlighted by the Canadian Derby this year, which is our big race of the year.
Excellent. What do we see most here at Northlands?
Well, mostly you're seeing claimers. We are one of the smaller tracks in North America, but we have a lot of horsemen here. We have a lot of horses in the grounds. Right now we have over 1,000 horses.
Wow.
So, but majority of those would be claimers.
And where are these horses coming from?
Well, you know what? A lot of them are Alberta breds, so they're right here local horses. Now, over the winter months, when we haven't been racing the last few months, they've been all over North America. So in Tampa Bay, Arizona, pretty much anywhere.
So they're always in use?
Well, pretty much. You want to keep a horse busy.
Yeah.
A busy horse means a winning horse.
Okay, and that kind of brings me to my next question. Horses always have crazy names here at the racetracks. What's in a name?
Well, you know what? A name, that's a lot of it, to be honest. The naming process is a big process for the owners. They want to find the best name because, of course, those are the names that catch people's attention.
Gotcha.
So when you come to the races, find a name you like, whether it's your mom's name or a name of an ex-girlfriend, grab that and bet it to win.
There's a little more science behind betting to win, though, than just in a name.
Right, there is, most definitely. You got to be studying the odds. Of course, we have our race program with all the past performance lines in there. You can spend hours studying the horses and learning what their form is. But hey, let's face it, a name and a favorite number goes a long ways.
Yeah, you got that lucky name. And what's your favorite name that you've ever heard? Because, you know, Running Wild at Night in Boston or Checkered Floor in the Bathroom. They're like anything, really.
You know what? There's a lot of great names out there. The best name that I've ever had, only because I won, Bold Pick. I'll never remember Bold Pick, my first horse I ever bet on. Big winner off the bat. Been hooked ever since.
Good stuff. Cameraman Jake was telling me a funny story on the way here. He once heard a name, Hoof-Hearted. So when he was running down the track, the announcer was running, Hoof-Hearted is in the win, and it sounds like Who-Farted. But
right.
You get pretty clever with those names.
There's a lot. There's horses' names all the way out there as far as my ex-girlfriend, and I don't like her that much, and there's been a great call down the stretch of those 2 names, so you can imagine how crazy it can get.
Okay, so besides the names, what are some signs of a winning horse? What are some really good key features that a horse is strong and going to be able out on the track?
You know what? When a horse is on, he's on for usually a little while. So you're going to look at the past performance lines. You're going to see how the horse has been doing. Of course, a win last time isn't going to hurt, so you want to stick with winning horses. Also, any jockey that's been good. Jockey has a lot to do with it, of course. Jockey with good hands. Look at that jockey winning percentage. You got a good jockey, a horse that's won, kind of a dynamite duo.
We hope to speak to a jockey later in the show. We'll see what happens with that. We'll try and grab one of them. They're training hard. It's hard to grab them away from that, but stay tuned for that. Another thing I want to talk about was the generation that appeals to horse racing. Who is really attracted to the sport?
You know what? It's primarily in the past, it's always been an older clientele.
Yeah.
You came way back when with your grandparents and you've kind of learned and you've come along the way. But we've done a bunch of new promotions this year to really attract a younger market. Of course, the Triple Crown, which just is occurring right now as we speak, is a big thing right now, of course. Great news is the jockey that won the Triple Crown this year actually used to race here at Northlands Park once in a while.
Okay.
So really exciting there. So Leg 2's coming up in a couple of weeks, Leg 3 in a few weeks. But really the program we have has really attracted that younger clientele on a Friday.
Yeah.
We got something called Park After Dark, where we're taking the racing experience, flipping on its head, and really we got DJs, we've got, yeah, darn right. So we've got DJs, food and beverage specials, lounge furniture, really that club feel at the racetrack.
That's incredible, because like you said, in the past, it's usually been older people that have been attracted. They come down for the afternoon, they place their bets, they have a couple drinks, but you don't see a lot of young people here. So this is really, really nice that you're going to be drawing in a whole new generation.
Well, that was the plan. Really, our goal this year is we kind of take the hats and heels thing. So everyone young, we're asking you, come on down, dress up, make it an afternoon, make it fun, bring your group of friends, try to win a few dollars.
Honestly, anytime you can dress up, go out, have a great time, see some horses in action, it sounds like a win-win for everyone.
I'm in, that's for sure. Most definitely.
Well, Scott, thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be right back from Northlands Racing Tracks.